Firstly, thank you very much for being here on this live chat. We're going to try and do this once every week for those of you that missed it last time. Next to me, we've got a project that I'm currently working on, or it's going to be a short project today. This is a drill press table that I'm making to upgrade my current drill press. So I've got it here, it's what I'm working on. It's going to be a little bit of a late one tonight getting that sorted, I think, but if you're wondering what it is, that's what it's going to be. That will be next week's project on Thursday. The way this live chat works is we're going to be taking, I forgot I had them on. We're going to be taking some of your questions from the workshop tour video that I posted 2 hours ago, and I'm going to be answering them, and then once we run out of stuff there to answer, we're going to be going through the live chat and answering your questions there as well, and just get a bit of interaction going, I think. Do we have any questions to start with?
We do. Right. Well, first off, it's a statement. It's an error on your part.
Okay.
With the workshop tool. Alan Solomon says, the workshop during the introduction was 10 by 5. And when you finished, it was 10 by 4. He thought he'd make that comment just to prove he watched the whole video.
Alan, let me tell you something. I measured this workshop once, and that was when I first moved in, but I only measured it front to back. So, what we're going to do, we're going to measure the width of the workshop. I think. I'm going to do it now. We're going to make a definitive answer for this. I was hoping it'd be 5. It's 4.3. 4.3 meters wide. There you go. That answers your question. I was wrong on both accounts, I suppose. I bet that sounds horrible on the microphone.
Yeah.
Wow. Snappy. Snappy, eh? Next question.
So, Sylvain Gagor says, or asks, were all of your tools given or have you bought them?
I bought them. Apart from Bosch tools, actually.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Okay. Right. Disclaimer. All these tools, bear in mind that I worked at Axminster for 5 years. I absolutely rinsed that discount. I think it's fair enough to say that, yes, you get a staff discount working at a retail store. Yeah. So I absolutely rinsed the discount. Yes, I got discount on some of my machines and stuff like that. But there was a few things that I bought before that. I don't just buy stuff from Axminster. I purchase stuff from Classic Hand Tools, from Workshop Heaven, from Dieter Schmidt in Germany, Dictum Tools in Germany. There's all sorts of places. So yes, I did buy my tools. Apart from Bosch tools, they're sponsored to me, but I like Bosch tools.
Yeah,
there you go. Good.
He still has a follow-up question in that, and he wants to ask if you can help him out on how to start a YouTube channel and if it counts as a job. Absolutely. Of course it counts as a job. Yeah, but what year is it? How can you have fun and have a job? It doesn't work to me. Okay. I'm miserable here. I feel like this is a bit of a speech. Like, this is something that requires a speech, but I'm not in the mindset to give a speech right now. In short, yes, it is entirely possible to make a living from a YouTube channel. I could do it right now, but I would be breaking even every month, and I need to buy materials. I need to pay this guy to edit my videos. Oh yes, I'm very valuable. Yeah. So, like, yes, you can do it as a job. Obviously, the more following you get and the smarter you are with it, it's easier to get an income from it, but you shouldn't do it for the income. You should do it for the enjoyment, which is what Rob said about getting a job you enjoy. I know it sounds cheesy, like, I don't do this for the money, I do it for the fun. You genuinely do it for the fun. Like, yeah. So, if you want a quick way to start a YouTube channel, I'd recommend you to start watching Gary V. V-double-E. He's got lots of advice on that and social media in general. I've got one of his books up here. Jab, 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 right hook. It's a good book. Next question. Next question. Well, let's go for a statement, in fact, because in the previous video, in the workshop tour, there was a guest in the workshop. Matt Peterson particularly thinks that we might need to call pest control. Not sure who deals with bugs that big, but hopefully you can get that thing removed soon.
Yeah, I don't know where it is at the moment. Sort of just creeping up there.
It just comes out and whacks it.
What we should have done is prepared for that question and got someone up there to drop something on my head.
Brilliant.
With that video, we're going to do a behind the scenes video on how we did that, or how Rob did that, because he edited it. There's a lot of things where I caught us chatting about how we could do it, so it should make quite an interesting watch, I think.
Yeah,
it's fair to say.
It'd be interesting to chat about it as well, and I can already tell that people have picked up on my slightly noticeable video editing.
Yeah, slightly. It is subtle what you do, but yeah.
Yeah. Right then, let me have a look. Ooh. Okay, this is a very technical question for you.
Yep.
Is that the ADE 2200 chip extractor?
Oh, that thing. No, it's the...
Oh, he's gone.
I'm gone. It's the FM300B Axminster Hobby Extractor. Hobby is now superseded by Axminster Craft, so I don't know what the new model is, but yeah, it's a hobby machine, but it's got a ton of suction on it. Like, it can go from a planer thicknesser, bandsaw and router table at the same time, so it's good. FM300B. By the way, do you guys like the quality of the stream now? It's a vast improvement on last week, isn't it? Vast improvement. Well done, Rob.
The only issue is people are saying that I should be mic'd up. But I should be. I should be on mic.
Oh.
This should be loud enough. Why is this not working? Should be coming through.
Okay.
Please let me know if you can hear me. I'm going to go really close, and if you can hear this.
Rob's
then
doing a
it's
bit
still
of
working.
ASMR right now.
Okay.
You've got to wait 30 seconds.
I've
That's
got
the
to wait
awkward
30
bit.
seconds to see what people say. In the meantime.
Yep. Just talk a bit louder.
Yes. Yes. Can you make a display cabinet for all of your novelty pens, says William Simpson?
I've got 3 novelty pens, I think. 4 novelty pens. I've got a walnut one, I've got the black palm one that I did for Turning Tuesday, and I've got a Jesus pen and a unicorn pen. That is quite a good idea. Maybe like a little pen case or something like that. Like, genuinely, that is actually quite a good idea.
That would be quite cool.
Yeah.
And
I like that.
apparently I'm heard now, which is fantastic.
What?
I'm heard now.
Oh, you're heard. Cool.
I can be heard.
That's good.
Ironically, you didn't hear me.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm going to quickly grab one off YouTube just because I saw it as I've gone through. David Boxall says, hi, what software do you both use for editing your videos?
Ooh. So I use Adobe Premiere Pro and a little bit... You what? I use a little bit of After Effects as well for my intros and just like a little effects, as you'd expect. Rob?
I use Final Cut Pro. Yeah. No, it's admittedly, I would probably say Adobe Premiere's, I mean, it is for standard, really, Adobe Premiere.
Yeah.
Final Cut Pro can do a lot of what Adobe does, but to be honest, I use it because I like the aesthetic.
Yeah, it does look quite nice.
It's quite smooth and clean to deal with.
Yeah.
Whereas Adobe's a little bit clinical.
It is. Yeah, definitely. But Adobe works like you can work it with Lightroom and you can do it with Photoshop and all that. It's all like that. It's all like that. It's good. It's good.
Indeed. So it's difficult scrolling through these. I should have had these prepared.
I thought you did.
I did.
You had like 3.
I was just reading through them. I was busy. Right, I'm going to YouTube now. So if you guys want to send over some questions, feel free to. Charles Arnold says, I enjoyed your workshop tour very much. Brilliant. When
Thank you, Charles.
Pardon?
I said thank you, Charles.
When are you going to refurbish the doors?
Oh, what a question that is. But actually...
That would be...
Yeah.
If you left them the same outside, like left them that same shoddy quantity, but the inside...
They probably just need a lick of paint, really, don't they? And maybe lick of OSB. Yeah, you joke, but... Yeah. And a draft excluder. Everywhere.
Yes.
It's just awful.
Panel of insulation.
Yeah. Good shout.
Right, Sneaky McD says, Matt, love your tutorials. I don't know if that's a dig against the project. I've learned a lot from them. Quick question. How come my chisels keep chipping when I do joints in hardwood? You don't seem to have that problem.
I have got Lee Nielsen chisels. They're obviously like really high quality steel, so it might just be you've got an inferior quality steel. Maybe you're working with a cheaper set or something like that. It could be all manner of things. might be taking off too much material. I mean, if it's big chips, chances are it's the steel. There's a problem with it. So if you've got a good brand that's say, let's say £10 or more per chisel, then you probably want to send it back. If it's less than £10 per chisel, then you know what I mean. Yeah?
Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. I was just reading a comment.
Okay. We got any spam yet?
No, that's a good point. I haven't actually been paying attention. Whoops. Di Prout says, the best stall at Makers Central?
The best stall at Makers Central. Probably the second stage when me and Sean Evely are on there. Just saying. By the way, those of you that approached me at Makers Central, great to meet you. That was such an awesome experience. Also, I wanted to say this real quick. Those of you that got hater coins from me, please, if you're on Instagram, can you get a picture of it or get a picture of you with it, maybe like sort of pretending to puke in your mouth or something, getting a prize like this, and tag me in it. I'd love to share it on my monthly update or something like that. Yeah, that'd be awesome. What was the question? I forgot. Best stall at Makers Central. Best stall at Makers Central. What was it? Colin Furz's stand was really cool. Yeah, obviously showing all of his inventions there. To be honest, like when I was there, I was just kind of walking up and down the aisles, not really taking in much because I was just chatting to people the entire time, which was, yeah, that's what I was there to do. But Colin Furz's was probably my favourite, I think. Seeing those things in person was cool.
Di Pratt said, but they didn't see you. Only made it on Saturday.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know a few people. Yeah. Maybe I'll do like a proper, I'll say I'll meet you in the back left corner of the hall at this time, next time perhaps. Also, shout out for the guy who gave me Belvita.
That's fantastic.
That was
brilliant.
Quite possibly the best thing. Yeah, those of you that aren't in on that joke, is it the router? Yeah, the router cabinet series. Rob filmed me trying to eat a Belvita. It's very dry. He made me laugh. I couldn't swallow it. And it became an ongoing joke for the next 3 minutes or something like that. And then some guy gave me Belvita at Makers Central. So thank you for that. Very thoughtful.
Fantastic.
I demolished that. Demolished it.
Yeah, speaking of that video, we do now release a few reaction videos, overview videos, and comments videos, or a cut down version of what we're doing right now onto the second channel.
Yeah.
Currently there's only one video on it, but we will be releasing 3 straight after this stream that includes the Belvita moment. And it was funny when it happened. Somehow funnier watching it back again.
Is it?
Yeah. It's so good.
Yeah. Second channel, if you guys aren't subscribed to it, it's literally just Matt Estlea 2. So have a look at that. There'll be more bits there later on.
Yeah. JK Canvas says, how can we send you stickers for the sticker board? Right,
okay, so I haven't got a PO box set up yet. I'm really useless. So what you're going to need to do is send all post to Rycote Wood Furniture Centre in Oxford, which is where I teach. They're going to love me for this. Just get a little letters through.
As many people send as many stickers through as you can to this
just
one
like
place.
Giant box with a sticker in it. No, don't do that. I'll get in so much trouble.
Well, it's not your fault how they package it. They want to protect their stickers.
I will give you a formal address for this. So Rycote Woods, that'll probably do. It's part of Activate Learning. Oxpens Road. I'll show this to the camera in a sec. I guess you could just write this in the comments, couldn't you? Oxford OX11. Can't remember. 1 minute. Activate Learning Oxford. It is OX11SA and put FAO Matt Estlea. Can we? Oh, it's a 30-second delay. I can't tell if it's going to see it or not.
They are going to see that, no problem.
Awesome. Okay. Would you mind popping it in the comments as well? So then people
write this out at the same time. What is this?
Give me a question that I can answer for a long time, and then you can do it. Yeah, that is where you could send stickers to. Once you do that, if you could when you send me a sticker, pop your return address in the thing as well, and I will send you one back. And let me know if you want black or white as well, and I can sort that out for you. Can't promise it'll be quick. I'm a bit rubbish at posting things, to be honest, but shouldn't have said that on a live stream. Oops.
I didn't even hear what you said.
Cool.
Andrew Merritt says something a little bit interesting. So far, you've been doing quite small projects. Bertha was very small. The workbench incredibly small.
Yeah.
Very well, might I add, he says.
Thank you.
Isn't it about time you took on something larger, such as a piece of fine furniture?
Yeah. Okay. So I would like to do that. But at the moment, I think I mentioned this in my last stream, I am very much enjoying just renovating this workshop, making cool things like this, so that in the future, it's a time investment, what I'm doing here. So this is the drill press table, for those of you that are new to the stream. This will be mounted to my pillar drill. It's going to have adjustable fences on it and everything. And with this, I will be able to make furniture a lot quicker. So what I'm doing now is investing time for future projects. I was lacking inspiration originally. I have got a few ideas. I found an old ideas list that I created about a year ago for potential projects. One of them is going to be a pallet wood project, which I know some of you are going to cringe at because it's the most saturated thing on YouTube within the woodworking niche. But I want to try and do a pallet wood project with only hand tools, or at least limited tools, and make it to the same standard that I would make any other piece of furniture. So hand-cut joinery, properly finished, and just, keep the authenticity of pallet wood, but make it properly at the same time as well. So should be able to demonstrate a few techniques to you in that. Should make it quite accessible, seeing as the fact it's limited tools and I'm not using things like a bandsaw and not using my planer. That's gonna be horrible, actually. That's gonna be horrible.
I'm not even going to be here. I'm not going to watch it. I don't want to hear the sounds of that dealing with
me,
pallet wood, and you.
Yeah,
just hear the sounds of you.
cursing. But yeah, that's something that was on the ideas list. There's also projects. What's it? Yeah, there's going to be a side table project coming up later this year, hopefully. It's a project that I teach my students at Wood, but I want to film it for YouTube as well. So you guys can watch it, and my students will be able to watch it as well as a little bit of revision. Then I can sit back and relax a bit more.
So I just want to make sure that I'm reading this right, because your handwriting is abysmal.
Yep.
Ox pens.
Ox pens, yeah.
Ox pens road.
Yep.
And that's OX1 1SA.
SA, yeah. Yes, that's the one.
Boop.
I can't remember.
Now in the chat.
Awesome. Send your stickers to that address. Put your return address in there so I know where to send a sticker to, and let me know if you want a black or a white one. And, this sticker wall's looking awesome now. I mean, it could do with more, but...
It's looking pretty cool. Shall I quickly swing this around?
Yeah, sure.
That's not bad, is it? Ooh.
Yeah, look at that. Damn.
Need more, though?
Yeah, I do need more. We need to get rid of all that MDF and stuff that's being shown on there. All of it. By the way, did you press that camera on?
I did. Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay, because I didn't.
Recording.
Awesome. That's fine.
Right. Here's an interesting question, actually.
Yep.
Which, I'm curious as well. Sharon Payne says, can I do furniture making with one hand at college?
Wow.
That is, a little bit of a unique one. So if you had only
Where have I heard of this before? I feel like I heard this question at Maker Central.
Oh, really?
Let me think. What was it? I think a guy sent me, it's like a proposal for a collaboration for a guy who has one hand. And, what was it? I need to find that. I need to find it. I'm not going to find it. Could you do it with one hand? I feel like you could. The only thing I'm imagining is chiseling would be quite difficult with a mallet. But...
Chisel would be a challenge.
Chisel would be a challenge.
Need to make sure it's sharp.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends if you've got a prosthetic hand or not.
That's true. Because any sort of prosthetic limb would be able to do a mallet.
Yeah.
Action.
Well, actually, what I'm thinking, I don't mean to sound like it wouldn't be offensive or anything like that, but a prosthetic hand with a magnet on it Could you hold the chisel with that and then actually use...
Oh, do the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because, that would make sense.
What would the other limitations? The only... Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, the only difficulty with a magnet is every time you hit it, it's going to slide slightly.
Yeah. I feel like you could. The only limitation may be machines, but I don't know, really. I don't know. That's a really interesting question.
Yeah,
that's probably a question that's made me think the most.
That's always a good one.
Yeah. I don't know. Your best bet is to just go to the college and inquire about it. I feel like if it was a good college, they should be able to tend to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cool question.
So, I read a good one over here. Where was it? No, where were you?
Rob's lost a comment.
I've lost a comment.
Look at that, though.
Pistol night, stop saying spam. I know I didn't want spam, and now you're just saying spam.
What's he doing? Or what are they doing?
He's literally writing spam.
Someone's hungry.
I have the ability to mute you. I can do it.
While I'm waiting, I'm just going to sand the edges of this. It's going to sound minging on the microphone.
No, don't do that.
Why not? I need to get it done.
Oh, well, I'm just going to use someone else's at the moment.
Cool, okay. Also, guys, by the way, we do have some other ideas for live streams in the future. It's not just going to be a Q&A. Should we say any of them?
You're welcome to give one.
I feel like, where's the list? It was over there, wasn't it? Let's give one of them. 1 minute. Right. So we're thinking of doing quick projects that will be, like, I don't know, an hour long or something like that. But, I don't want it to be a quick project that's quick, but then sacrifices on quality. I want it to actually be like worthwhile in doing and not just completely rushed like the OSB coins. So we thought, I'm going to say my favourite one from here. I think it's the extractor one. Yeah?
Yeah.
Which one were you thinking?
Honest, there's quite a few which is slightly...
Yeah, okay. We can't promise a lot of these. It was just random ideas. But the extractor one, obviously so many of you are saying get a remote switch for the extractor, and I keep saying you can't do that because it's an NVR switch. But what you can do is create a lever system here that is on a pivot action, so I can just sort of like and then turn the extractor on from down here. I could also, if I was very clever, link that lever system with a pull cord that goes around to each machine. So I just pull it down and then turn the extractor on from wherever I'm standing. Probably won't go that far, but the lever thing.
See, that would be cool.
Yeah, and that would be a live stream. That's what I'm saying. So you would see all of the cogs working in the head. You'd see all the mocking from Rob. Yeah, it should be a pretty cool project, I think. Yeah, I won't say the other ones. Apart from Tidy Up Time with Matt.
Tidy Up Time. Can I make the theme tune to that?
Absolutely.
Lovely.
Yes.
So if you have any suggestions, genuinely just put them in the comments of this video, comments of anything, we'll end up seeing them somewhere. We've got plans. Whether or not they're going to come to light, we shall see.
Put that paper down.
Yes. But yeah, if you've got any streaming plans, that would be good to know. So
Yeah.
I did find that question, which I thought was a good one.
Particularly projects, that would be quick projects that I could make well.
Yes. So Ardil Shah says, please help me disambiguate between carpenter, joiner, and cabinet maker.
Wow, okay. So,
and which are you?
Right, I'm cabinet maker. So, on broad terms, carpenter, houses, joiner, things within houses. So, staircases, like part of the house is what I mean. So, staircases, and staircase is the easiest example. And then cabinet maker, furniture maker is the furniture. So, I guess you could say that, yeah, carpenter obviously builds the house, joiner builds the stuff that comes with the house, and then furniture maker builds the stuff that you can take with you when you move house. I think that's it on a broad term. Yeah, that works, doesn't it?
Sense.
That works.
Yeah. JK Canvas actually responded to one of the, like the comment about one arm, one hand sort of thing. And I've actually had a few people saying that they know people who are one-armed and can do it as well.
Amazing.
Yeah,
cool.
JK Canvas says that there's a guy called, whether or not this is his name, but it makes sense, the Blind Wood Turner.
Oh, he was at Maker Central.
He was at Maker Central.
insane. What that guy, I can't remember his name. Yeah.
Is he completely blind?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, or he's very limited vision, but he wood turns. That is just, I think that puts a lot of people to shame, to be honest. Yeah, that's crazy.
No,
not much more to say than that. Blind wood turner. I can't even do it when I'm looking.
Right. David Boxall says, how long did it take you to get a lot of subscribers after starting YouTube?
Long time, very long time.
I guess it depends on what you define as a lot.
Yeah. So, okay. I got my first 100 subscribers. Oh, hello. So, like, my plan with YouTube was I had a plan from the start. It was to come in big with lots of big projects, complicated projects, and kind of get myself known for, like, okay, this young guy can actually make things. Because if I started this when I was 20 years old, 21. If I came straight on the scene and I started doing tutorials, people would look at me and think, he's too young, he doesn't know anything. Whereas if I built this back catalogue of projects, building the workbench, building my Krenov cabinet, building the curved cabinet and stuff, all these complicated builds, I kind of build myself a reputation for, actually, if I do tutorials, I can listen to this guy, or I can listen to this guy doing tutorials. So it took a long time. When you're doing project videos, they don't tend to get a lot of views compared to tutorials, in my experience. So I think, 100 subscribers took me a fair few months. 1,000 subscribers took me a year, I think, just over a year. That's when I was building this workbench, because it's a workshop project, tends to get a lot more views, and because it's just more interesting to woodworkers. So 1,000 there. In fact, my mate was my 1,000th subscriber. And then I hit 10,000 about 5 months later. But that was when I was going hard on tutorials. The key to getting subscribers is to give more than you receive. That's basically it. Give knowledge, give your time, and make it less me, and more like give, and then you'll get stuff in return.
That sounds cool.
Again, Gary V knowledge, that from the book. I should put an affiliate link in the description.
You should. We will sort that out when this is edited.
Yeah.
Sure. I had a question and then I lost it instantly. Adrian Asphaltos says, do you like or have you used any Japanese tools, and have you any interest in Japanese chisels?
Yeah, Japanese chisels, never actually tried them. Never tried them.
What's different about Japanese chisel compared to any other chisel?
They are super hard. Well, they're super hard and they're super soft.
Okay,
Let me explain. If you draw, or if I draw, a cross-section of a chisel, like this, yeah, they laminate two bits of steel together, like that, yeah? And then what they do is they put the harder steel on the bottom, softer one on the top, and basically it means that the cutting edge is very hard, but if you need to regrind the chisel, you're not having to regrind through a solid bit of metal. You've got some softer metal up there, which will make it easier to do so. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They're a lot harder, but softer at the same time. Have I used one? No. Do I use Japanese saws? Yes. I've got a Gaikotsu 372, I think.
See, that looks so cool.
Yeah, it looks even cooler when it's out your bag. It's like Deadpool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I use Gaikotsu. Yeah, very good. Very good. But yeah, I do need to get some chisels, I think, just to experiment. I think.
Stealing this because people said to move it closer. So what were you saying? Soft bit on the top, hard bit on the bottom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and they also have a very big hollow in the bottom as well. So like that kind of thing. So what that means is when you flatten them on a stone, you're not having to flatten all that hard steel. You're just flattening a little bit towards the handle and a little bit towards the cutting tip.
Yeah.
That's what I know about them anyway. There's a lot more, I think.
Salis88 asks, would you ever show us your dissertation? RE social media and woodworking. It sounded really interesting.
I think I still have it.
I was going to say, I mean, I've got mine. No one wants it, but okay. I mean, surely you've kept it.
I have kept it. It's on Google Drive. I'm pretty sure I've got a Rykertwood folder from all my, I showed, in the workshop tour, I showed my sketchbook, didn't I?
Yes.
But the dissertation, ooh, that's a good shout. Yeah. I think someone asked that about a year ago, if I could release that.
I mean, there's nothing stopping you, is there?
No, I might just give it
your own ego and just wondering about, okay, what's my spelling like in this?
I am not very good at writing, not at all. And I feel like I've actually got worse since then because I'm out of an educational environment. And
I reread mine a couple of months ago. I did quite well, admittedly, for the grade.
Yeah.
But I read the first page and I thought, this guy deserved to fail. Because it just sounded like I was just skirting around the topic, not being clear, just...
Yeah, but you still got a... What grade did you get?
I got first. So...
I got a 2-1. Damn. There's nothing wrong with a 2-1.
But there is, because you didn't... Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so shall we wrap this up with one or two final questions?
Yeah. Blimey, that's gone quick, hasn't it? That's gone very quick. Yeah, we definitely need to make this more engaging. This is working for now while we get the sort of how it all works, but we need to do more things. We will do more things.
What, more live streaming things?
More live streaming, but with more wackier ideas as well.
I see.
Let's try and make it difficult for ourselves.
Right. Okay, it is an interesting one. Let's make it the final. From Paul Arthur. I'm about to start making a workbench in my cellar. It's not that damp down there, but do you think I'll get any problems with movement in the wood? And how should that inform my choice of wood?
Ooh, okay. Choice of wood. I mean, if you're going to build a workbench out of the traditional materials, so let's say beech or oak or maple or ash, those are usually the four, or yellow pine, that's another one. You're probably going to get the same amount of movement either way. Maple's going to move a little bit less, but you should definitely account for it. In this workbench top, do you want to move the camera for this? Like, if we can get it there.
Yes?
Yeah.
Wait.
That one.
I was reading comments.
Okay, so that camera.
Yes.
Can you get it, so like here, looking down the workbench, is it going to stretch that far?
I think I can manage it if people are patient.
Okay, 1 minute, guys. Oh.
Okay, so
Don't unplug anything.
No. Well, they'll know what's happened as soon as the screen goes black.
I feel like I might have ruined this.
Yes, you might have done.
Hang on, wait, I can give you a hand with it.
I'm good.
I'm doing all this for like the sake of a 1 second explanation.
Could you move the screen out like 90 degrees?
Yes.
So I can actually see what I'm doing.
That? Yeah? That'll work. Okay, so with this workbench top, you might have to look underneath it as well in a minute. So this workbench top, that's going to hurt your arm.
I know!
Rest it on the front.
Oh yeah, good point.
There you go, look at that, it's easier. Right, workbench top, we've got a through tenon here and a through tenon here. So those aren't moving at all. And then beneath that, you can see I've got a stretcher there. So this wood is anchored there and anchored there, which means this bit is going to move in and out using that as its datum point, I suppose. As is the same for this bit, that is going to expand and contract there. Whereas if I made this solid in the middle, i.e. no gap at all, then as the wood tries to expand, it's going to push these legs apart and open a gap on the underside of the stretcher or the support here, and also on the leg tenons as well. And if it shrinks, it might end up making an A-frame with the workbench. Now this isn't a huge problem, providing it doesn't happen like really bad, but you can get away with it. This is why I've done a split top Roubo, or one of the reasons. I was originally going to make a tool tray for this, but yeah, it's worth accounting for wood movement. It's definitely worth it. Another book recommendation, let me get it, I'll bring it in front of the camera, is this one, Workbenches from Design and Theory to Construction and Use by Christopher Schwartz. Basically, if you follow this book, I mean, look at that one on the front. the workbench, it pretty much looks similar to the Rubo workbench. I didn't copy that, but the advice, the guidance that he gives you in this book kind of makes you end up with something like this. But there is also another design in the back for a Nicholson style workbench, I think it's called, as well. So you do have options with it, but yeah, if you're looking at building a workbench, I'd recommend getting this book. It makes you realise how rubbish other workbenches are, just in general. So yeah, that works.
Yeah, I forgot what the question was, but there we are.
It was building a workbench in his basement. Is it damp? Should I account for wood movement? You should always account for wood movement, that's what I'm saying. You can get away with it in some instances, but I would account for it. Just to save you potential problems. It's easy enough to work around it, I think. Let's do a few more. I feel like this is working well.
You want to keep... Oh, okay.
Yeah, like maybe 3.
Matt is now paying me overtime. Right. Okay, something from the shed is getting a little bit angry. Will you ever teach online course? He says in big question marks. Oh. Big capital letters.
Will I ever teach an online course?
Maybe.
I don't like the idea of it, but...
Okay, I'll riff off this. Why do you not like the idea?
I don't know.
Be honest, no one's watching.
Right, from the start...
We can edit this out.
It's live.
No one has to know that.
From the start, I said I wanted to make woodworking accessible to as many people as possible. And I think by asking people to then pay for my content, it's a bit hypocritical. Yeah, it's hypocritical for me to say woodworking should be accessible for everyone and then just sort of like, but you have to pay for this. Now, guilds, like let's say the Wood Whisperers Guild and the Crimson Guitars Guild as well, that's the only 2 I can think of, they're not particularly expensive. Like, we're talking a little bit more than a Netflix subscription, which a lot of people are happy to pay for each month. So, like, part of me is saying, I want to make it accessible to everyone, and then the other part of me is saying, people can afford Netflix subscriptions. What's the difference going to be? Yeah, I don't know. I'm really stuck with it. If you'd like to see me do an online course, I would love to do one. Quite frankly, all the information you need to do woodworking well, I've already put out there on YouTube. I've done loads of tutorials, I've done projects. You can go through those and you will learn everything. The value of doing a course is I would be able to structure that in a way that would make it easy to work through. And like that would be a benefit, possibly. I don't know.
It's a little bit of a difficult one. I think what some people aren't thinking of is that normally when you refer to a course online, it is a paid thing. So I realise something from the shed, it was your question, and now you're saying do it for free. His YouTube videos, he already does courses. You already do an online course. You building stuff on YouTube, a lot of the time, your tutorials, that's technically an online course.
Yeah.
We're just looking at the idea of creating something a little bit more focused, potentially something a little bit more niche.
Yeah.
Which maybe YouTube can be something that's not only teaching but also entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas an online course is something that's purely professional, purely down to earth. Gives you all the information all the time, and maybe that's something that would work as a course more than YouTube, but we haven't sort of decided either way yet.
Yeah, the only way I have seen it possibly working that allows me to to keep my word on making it accessible is if I did the course through Rycote, where I'm teaching. They do the course online because, like, quite frankly, they're back in the dark ages. They need to need to do stuff to make it just to make it work with the modern market. Not everyone can get to a school in central Oxford and learn furniture making. Let's do it online. That's what I keep trying to tell them. That would be good. That'd be good, but I don't know. It takes a bit of persuading, I think.
Bit of persuading, bit of thinking, and don't forget it's videos on top of what's already been created for YouTube. Because we would never want to get it to a point where we're saying, right, we're going to make this online course, see you in 2 months, we're going to go silent on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because we're producing this course.
Absolutely.
That would never work.
Nope.
Keep the content coming out on YouTube frequently, and then in the spare time we've got, create this course.
Yes. Yeah, that would be it.
That would be the best way we could do it, that's for sure.
Yeah. I do have that question floating around a lot in my head, like, should I do it, should I not? So, yeah. I feel like I've rehearsed. Yeah, I've rehearsed that answer in my head so many times.
Yeah. So, what have we got here? Quite a few people mentioning about planes. They would like planes and all this sort of stuff, because you mentioned about creating them in the video.
Yeah.
And a lot of people saying that they would buy that.
Ooh, okay. I don't know if I'm making planes to sell. I can't promise the first.
You've made some mistakes now.
Yeah, I can't promise the first batch is going to be good. What I meant by making planes is I like the idea of learning metalworking, so I'm a master at it, making my own tools, like planes, chisels, a lot, and then coming back to woodworking armed with everything that I've made. That's sort of like my long-term goal with it. But, I mean, never say never, I guess. I might make them sell one day. If there's a market, I'll do it.
Well, there you go.
100%.
Exactly.
100%.
Or maybe do pre-order. Find out how many you need to make and then do that.
Yeah, got the pressure.
Yes. Yeah.
All 2 planes that get sold.
Right. And a lot of people, of course, saying Patreon for the concept of courses and stuff. Yeah,
that's true. That is true.
Because that does exist. We do want to do more stuff involving Patreon.
Yeah.
But so far, all of the stuff we planned for Patreon, we said, let's put it on the second channel. We want everyone to see it.
Yeah, that's it. It is weird. Patreon was the second channel to start with.
Yes, yeah.
But we will find that divide, and we will make stuff that is patron only. Maybe that is the course.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to reward people who are on it.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. I mean, that's the whole reason the second channel currently exists.
Yeah.
It's their help, and so we need to thank them in some way.
Of course.
Later on. Right. Let me find one last thing.
Yeah, let's call it there. This has been good.
It has been very good.
I feel less on edge than last week.
No, it's far more relaxed.
It is.
Considering our start.
Yeah, we'll have to talk to you about that. I think that's your second disciplinary now.
The first one was meant to be a positive. You just didn't know what you were saying.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's... I can't keep reading out the same... From the same... Can you put the books mentioned in description, says David Boxall. So that's in relation to the workshop tour.
Mm-hmm.
That would... I mean... We're linking to the book video already, and I'm sure the book video has all the links in there.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
so if you're interested in any of the books I've got up here, done a dedicated video on it. Are you going to put that in the thing now? You could probably find it, can you?
I could find it.
I'll put pressure on you now.
Yes.
No, don't worry about it. Just type in on YouTube, type in Matt Estlea books, and it's the first one that comes up. It's me holding all the books up to the camera like that. You'll see it. And there is links in the description. I will say those are affiliate links. So if you want to support what I do and you buy it, if you want to support what I do, then click on the link and buy it there. It goes to Amazon anyway, so it's pretty cheap, and I will get I'll get 2% of that sale, which will get me a cup of tea on the way home.
Or a Belvita.
Or a Belvita. Oh, get me at least 2 Belvitas.
Maybe 3.
Maybe 3
if you're lucky.
Belvita, by the way, are they're the sponsor I'm aiming for next. Those of you that watched the workshop move video, I tried to get sponsored by Karcher. I spoke to the MD and everything. I found him on LinkedIn, got his name, found him on Twitter, started spamming him on there, trying to get him to. Yeah, I went through online marketing and everything. Got to him. No. I only asked for £100. I was like, I'm using your pressure washer. Like, yeah.
I mean, you could have said, give me a pressure washer and I'll use it. And you would have been happy with that.
I mean, I probably could have, yeah. But Belvita.
Yeah.
Belvita will be the next one.
Belvita, if you're listening, you're better than Karcher, yeah?
Yeah?
I mean, if you are, then you know what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Final one by Meggie Docs.
Yep.
What is something super difficult you want to try someday?
Oh, I think we had this before.
Really?
I think we did. What was the difficult? No,
I don't
super
remember.
difficult. I mean, something super difficult at the moment is the metalworking. And I think it is that plane.
So that plane is currently your ultimate goal?
It is. Let me find one that I
Matt's got bored. He's now on his phone.
Yeah, I'm the unsociable teenager now. Oh, I can't type when I'm under pressure. It's not that. Okay, right. So the guy who makes them, or his company, is called Sauer and Steiner. Let me show you some of these things. This is like, I'm not going to copy this, but can you see that on the thing?
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're just absolutely incredible. He is on Instagram. It's a bit of a weird spelling. Do you want to pop it in the description?
Yeah, I'm
actually.
going to pop it in the description.
Saur.
Saur.
And
And
yeah, Steiner.
is that a separate?
Yeah.
Sauer.
Yeah.
And Steiner.
Steiner. Yeah. Have a look at his Instagram profile. It's just, how do you come up with that? That's the ultimate goal for the time being. It's not to copy that, but it's to come up with something as beautiful as that, and most of all, have it work. That's the ultimate goal for now, I think.
Does sound good.
Yeah.
Does sound good.
Right, should we wrap it up there then?
Indeed, it's gone well.
Awesome. Right, well, yeah, thank you very much for coming along. How many do we have watching? Can you see?
We currently have 244.
Nice.
And it's been
awesome.
Consistently going up.
Has it?
Yes.
Oh, brilliant. That's awesome. So, yeah, I know this is a little bit static, this live stream, but we will be, as I said, we've got ideas. I've lost the list. Uh-oh. Yeah,
I've got the list.
You've hidden it. We do have ideas to make these slightly more dynamic and more engaging as well. Maybe interlacing a Q&A with that as well, which will be challenging for you probably.
Yes,
more than
different
anything.
camera angles for me to do with.
Yeah, so we do have plans for that. If you have any suggestions, chuck them in the comments below. That would be awesome. Anything else to add?
If you want to help fund more of this live stream stuff, then Patreon is your go-to, for sure.
Patreon would be the place to go. Obviously, it's completely up to you, but yeah, that's really helpful if you're able to support on there. Or if you want to get something out of it, just buy a set of plans or something like that, and you'll get, I don't know, workbench plans or whatever. Just, if you want to send a little tip, that is the way to do it. So, thank you very much for watching. Can you actually end this remotely now, or do I have to go up to the camera and awkwardly?
I mean, it would be funny if you had to go up to the camera, but I can end it remotely.
Cool. All right. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next live stream at 7 o'clock next Thursday. We're making it a regular thing.
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. We will see
GMT.
GMT. We're extending the ending again. We need to.
No, we've extended it. It's gone far too far. Ending the stream in 3, 2, 1.
Cool.
Are you sure you want to stop the stream?